This isn't about, oh, you have to stay for this. When clubs decide to sell you, they decide to sell you. They don't play you. So what is wrong with Isak saying I want to leave or I don't play? Now you get fined. This goes to show that football has become free Isak. Free Isak. Alexander Isak has released a statement. He's saying I'm in jail. I'm in prison. I would like to leave. Guys, get Isak out the club. This is my plea. I'm petitioning all fans of football. Let's sign a petition. Let's get him out the club. He's stuck in the Geordie lifestyle. He's sick of Tyneside. He wants to leave the northeast to come to the northwest. Isak wants to leave Newcastle. We've known this for all summer long. Two statements have been released. Sorry, I need to release whatever that was. Two statements have been released, right? Two. One from Isak just before the PFA or during the PFA awards. Shout out Mohamed Salah for winning it 3 times in a row. There's only one player that has done that. That is Mohamed Salah. 3 times. Ballon d'Or should be coming. Ballon d'Or should be coming. Mohamed Salah needs to win the Ballon d'Or. Two statements were released, right? Isak says, you know what? People have been talking about me. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people slandering my name. It's about time I get my word out. Promises have been made, but never kept. Trust has been broken. How can I trust these people, right? I cannot play at a football club I do not trust. All good, all fair, okay? Newcastle comes out with a statement. No promises have been made. He's under contract. He will be playing football. Conditions for a sale have not been met. They do not see the conditions being met, and he will be welcomed back as the family. This is a family member that probably went on drugs and now he wants to leave. This is Isak saying, I want to get out of the football club. And I've seen many people online, a lot of speculations, lot of theories online. And it's like, this is a very simple thing. I can break it down for you all here. You don't have to be like geniuses or uh, take the high ground morally, okay? There's two parties that enter the contract, right? Isak, he is contractually obligated to stay at Newcastle United. Fair, that's fine. He should, okay? But he doesn't want to play for them anymore. He doesn't want to play for them anymore. And what do you do? Do you want a player there at your club that does not want to play for you? Is that what you're saying? You'd rather keep him there and force him to play for you? Unfortunately, that's not how life works. I can enter a contract. I can say, you know what, I want to commit my future here. And then 3 years down the line, I may not want that anymore. And that's okay. I feel like people are being very harsh in terms of, oh, his character needs to change and he needs to be a. These are people that, given the opportunity, they don't know what they would have done. So it's just like, oh, he just needs to stay there. But it's more nuanced than that. Yes, he's going to stay there. But then, as a football club, do you want a player there when he doesn't want to be there? You guys have to make that decision. And now you're coming up with valuations, and people have said, oh, yeah, so we've got the contract side. Yes, he is contractually obligated. He's going to stay there, right? As things stand, he's going to stay there. But is it going to be beneficial for the football club that is Newcastle? Apparently, Newcastle's a big club. This is news to me. I've never ever viewed Newcastle as a big club. Has never been a massive club in England. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you guys, but Newcastle has never been a big club. They've always been near there, close to almost becoming a club. But they've been relegated in the last 10 years. They were relegated. You want to tell me that they're a big club? No, they know. This is not like City selling to Liverpool or Chelsea selling to Liverpool or United selling to Liverpool, which is never gonna happen because we don't want their players. But this is a small club within the grand scheme of things, with a good fan base in one, because they're the only club in the city that is being eaten. And that's how it happens. Footballing, food chain is also what I've been hearing a lot. This has happened to Liverpool Football Club, as big as we are. This has happened to us. This has happened to us. We've been in this situation countless times. And I felt the same way that Newcastle fans feel, and it's fine. My only issue is people on the outside starting to get involved in terms of, oh, you were a bad person and you were horrible. What happened when Harry Kane didn't leave? What happened then? What happened when he put his transfer request in and Levy stopped it? What happened then? Harry Kane was held in prison. He was in prison and won 0 trophies. Lacked sporting ambition. Hmm? He wanted to leave, but he couldn't leave. He was persuaded to stay because of so-called loyalty to an establishment. You know? I'd rather have a player like Isak come out and say, I want to leave, than I have a little rat like Trent Alexander-Arnold not saying anything and then just running down his contract. I'd rather have a player that wants to play for my football club. I'd rather have a player who wants to achieve things with my football club. You, as Newcastle, you guys should be looking for people who really want to be there. This guy doesn't want to be there. You guys have Jacob Ramsey who's just joined now, right? But there's a reason why no one wants to go to Newcastle United. Why did Sesko reject them? Why did Ekatike? Why did Pedro? This is all to say Newcastle is a small footballing club. They're going nowhere, and they're going nowhere slowly. And it's sad to see all of these people are like, oh, Isak needs to. There are ways. People have said this is a bad way of doing it. They say this is a horrible way. There are ways to go about it. Not one person who said that gave me away. Not one person in who has ever uttered that statement. There are ways to go about these things, and this is the worst way. What other way is he supposed to do? Okay, is he supposed to tell the club that he wants to leave? Okay, yes, he's done that in private. Is he supposed to hand in a transfer request? Yes, verbally, he's done that. He would like to explore his options. What more is he supposed to do now? He wants to get out of the football club because he sees no progress. He sees like they're not gonna win anything. They've won one Carabao Cup in 70 years and haven't won a league in 100 years. 100. That's a century of failure. Do you really think that one of the best players to ever grace the footballing world has to stay at your football club? The entitlement that you guys have. He doesn't want to play for you guys, and that's the sad part about it, is that you guys are coping over this whole thing that, oh, he needs to stay, but he doesn't want to stay, and that's it. He doesn't want to, and whether you like it or not, he's not gonna change his mind because you guys are a small footballing club. You don't win the big trophies. You don't, and that's a fact. That's not even me being mean. That's just me being real. You guys need to wake up and find out where you need to be in terms of this whole footballing sphere. Newcastle United needs to let Isak go, because if they don't, it will impact their future prospects. Future prospects is, I don't want to go to Newcastle anymore because I feel like if I sign a long-term deal and I want to leave the club and I ask the club, you know what, can you please sell me? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That is the expectation at any football club. Luis Diaz wanted to leave Liverpool. He made it clear to the club, okay, I want to leave. Luis Diaz was one of the best wingers in the Premier League last season. His goal contributions was the most outside of Salah in Liverpool. Did we try and keep him hostage? No, we didn't try and keep him hostage. We gave a fair valuation of where we see him. Bayern did not meet it. We waited for Bayern to meet it. This 150 million, you're smoking rocks. You're smoking serious rocks if you think I'm gonna pay 150 million for Isak. That doesn't even try and make sense in any regard. You tell me about length of contract. First of all, length of contract will only happen if the player wants to fulfill the contract. What happens if Isak just decides not to play well this whole season? Valuation plummets. Where does 150 million then come from? Where is it going to drop to? 100 million. Is it going to drop to 100 million? Let's say he gets 10 goals. Is it going to drop now to 100 million? No, it will drop to 60 million, 50 million. So you've overinflated the price because you don't want to let go of the player. The player has said, I want to leave. You are still holding this man hostage. People say, no, you're not holding hostage. You are holding him hostage. Because it's like, it's simple. If I want to leave, I want to leave. I have the right to get out of the contract. I have the right. The contracts are not this thing where it's like, oh, you have to stay and you are no, this is not like back then. I don't want to say that this is not back then. Storage is full. Yo. Hey, the camera died and all day. Sorry about that. But contracts are not this archaic thing where, oh, you have to just be in it and this is it. No, the contract is just saying, okay, for the next 6 years, I would like to play for the football club. This is what you're going to pay me, and that's it. This isn't about, oh, you have to stay for this. When clubs decide to sell you, they decide to sell you. They don't play you. So what is wrong with Isak saying, I want to leave or I don't play? Now you get fined. This goes to show that football has become monarchy, tyrant. It's become horrible. It's become archaic. We're back in the Roman years of hierarchies and you just do what I want you to do. And it's like record labels now. That's where we're coming to. It's exploitation of the player, exploitation of humans. This is not how I want football to be. I want football to be a passion driven sport. If I want to play for your club, I want to play for your club. If I do not want to play for your club, I do not want to play for your club. Please sell me at a reasonable price. Don't be coming here with 150 million and thinking we so stupid that we gotta believe that he's worth 150 million. He is not worth 150. He does not. He does. The only person that is worth 150 million currently, you can make a case for, Zimbabwe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Not even. Not even. I'm thinking of not even. Mbappe's won World Cups. All this to say, free Isak. Get him out of the club. If you want. This would have been my opinion whether it be Liverpool, whether it be Real Madrid. But of course it's Liverpool, so I have to talk about it. That's the only reason why you're hearing it. It's because I'm talking about it. That's why. I wouldn't talk about, oh, Real Madrid by the side Isak. But let's get it done. Let's submit the new bid. If the new bid gets rejected, we leave it, and we're gonna have to move on to other targets, in terms of maybe a left winger, a right winger, maybe get the centre backs in. But yeah, that's my thoughts.